Today, we're going to be talking to DFW's best tennis coach to get a look under the hood of his business and figure out what makes Coach Jamel successful. There's no better way to illustrate the impact that he has on the tennis community than with his tennis event. It's completely sold out. I've been invited to his tennis event to see what it's really about, and then I'm going to sit down with Coach Jamel and talk about his business. I had a great time filming the event, and I also wanted to know what brought some of the other people who came out to the event. So I asked. Here's what they had to say.
All right, so what got me into tennis, honestly, just trying to stay active, trying to keep the body together. Summertime fun is a real thing. All the time fun should be the thing. But honestly, I'm just trying to make sure, keep everything together. A lot of my friends have recently started playing tennis, and I know that it's very beneficial for your health and your overall well-being. And so I really wanted to use today's event to socialize and see people who look like me, interested in the same hobby sport, and hopefully I can find community within that's what brought me.
Jamel also does one-on-one coaching. So as promised, here's our interview about how he runs his business. So I've got Coach Jamel here today. What we're going to be talking about is how he got started with his tennis business. So my first question to you is, how did you get started with tennis?
I started playing tennis when I was 13 in Louisiana. My uncle from Opelousas, Louisiana, taught me how to play tennis. I used to grow up in Shreveport, Louisiana at Southern Trace Country Club.
Okay.
With Philip Campbell. My parents was a part of the country club, so I didn't want to play football no more or basketball or anything. Me and James go way back, so he knows. So tennis was an outlet for me to kind of get into a different type of sport, and I got on Captain Street's high school teams. I was #1 on that team. Then I just kind of got burnt out after that, but it got me back around doing racket sports.
Man, that's awesome. So fun story, that's where the first time that country club is the first time that I ever picked up a tennis racket, and I was like 4 at the time, and I thought it was too heavy, so I was like, I'm never doing this.
It probably was too heavy. Back in the day, yeah, they used to fit people on green balls with the heavy rackets. It was terrible, yeah.
Well, to the business side of things, how do you know what to charge for your services? Have you ever had to raise your prices?
Good question. I have not yet. I work at a country club in East Dallas.
Okay.
And we normally charge, my prices are $90 per hour for members. For non-members, it's $100.
Gotcha.
But coming outside the country club, since I am my own entrepreneur, I figured out the game and figured out what I can charge people. $60 per hour, and it's all in my pocket. Taxes get some for sure. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes people charge too overpriced for their time. $60, if you say, hey, you get paid $60 an hour, you're gonna take that no-brainer. I don't feel like I had to go $70 just yet, $80 due to the high fluctuation just yet there. Mm-hmm. So I haven't had to raise them just yet. Thank God for that. But helping the people out is my biggest thing. And I don't want the money to be the issue while you're not playing tennis or getting active.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's almost like $1 a minute.
Something like that. There you go.
Like that.
Now you got it.
Right. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I didn't know that you worked at a country club.
Yeah.
Since you said, you stepped away from it for, a long time, you put down the racket after high school, what made you, because I know you didn't live here, you moved back here and then you got involved with the country club, that's what happened?
Yep, so I moved back here. I was still working in corporate world. Then we got our team got let go due to real estate going up and down. Real estate going up and down.
Okay, that's
so I was working pretty much national commercial services with the financial side. Then we got a severance, but I was praying for God. What do I need to do? Tennis was always there. I was getting back into coaching just a little bit. talking to a couple people. People would come off the street say, "Hey, can you coach me?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't no like no real coach. Like I teach you, but I ain't no good, like a certified coach just yet." And then I got an opportunity, took a leap of faith, and started getting the education I needed to be a real-time tennis coach. But 10 years before that, I was always volunteer coaching as flag football, basketball, soccer, and I got into the schools in Arizona. And so from that, kind of taken off. So I don't have 10 years of coaching tennis experience, but I have sports coaching experience.
That's cool. Yeah. That's kind of like my journey to doing photography full time. Yeah. Photography and videography, the same exact thing. Got let go from my job. As I'm getting let go, you know, I had spent like the previous year, actually about 1.5 to 2 years, learning how to do photography, learning how to do videography. I was already making money on the side, so like once, you know, I got let go from the job, it wasn't that big of, you know, it wasn't that big of a heartbreak for me because I'm like, man, I've got, you know, a skill set to fall back on.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Your website has a calendar on it that allows clients to pick coaching that's convenient to them. What's the process look like on your end? So do you like wake up every day and like see the schedule, or how's that work?
Square makes it very easy nowadays for technology. People can usually go book online. I have to set the appointment and see what make sure the time frame works for me. So I just go in and accept it or decline it, and they can just go book. They see where I'm supposed to be at in the different parks. Since I do to go to different parks, they can see on the website what site I'm at, and they can kind of pick their times. I'm in Mansfield some days. I'm in Forney some days. I'm in this place in one day. But you can see all on the calendar. We have a legend, and I'm with my social media manager. She kind of set everything up, help me through a whole lot of it, that marketing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned you have a social media manager. What was it like hiring?
Hiring was very easy because God bless me. She is one of my good friends, and she's good at marketing, and that's what she does for a living at Indeed. And so she was kind of helping me here and there, doing little different videos. And I said, Lord, I need help. I don't want to do the videos. I hate social media. Can you just send me somebody? And he said, I already gave you somebody 2 months ago. And I asked her, hey, let's have a sit down talk. Let's talk about some business. And we had to set boundaries, set up the price and what this is going to look like, do hours. When we're friends talking, we can't talk about business. And it's a worldwide thing. When people see my social media now, they're like, who did that? Right. You did not do this. Who did that? Like, this is the lady who's right behind me. So shout out to Tatiana.
That's awesome. That's awesome. In fact, like the time I found that you were out here was through my social media. So like I found your Instagram page. I was like, hold up, is that, Jamel? I hadn't seen you in like 10 years. So
look at social media, it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes it works. Sometimes, we end up with these kind of collaborations. What advice do you have for the audience if they wanted to start their own coaching business?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll talk for the aspect of tennis. It's hard, a lot of hours. You have to be outside a lot of time. Where there's a lot of not indoor courts in Texas. There are a lot of places you go. You can only go to get tennis at a public facility or a private facility like a country club or a tennis academy or another public facility that was ran by the city. But it's word of mouth if you find someone like me or like we call it public court coach. It's long hours. You're really in the customer service business as well. You're at the beck and call of your clients. Your clients can go down just like that. You can never see your client ever again when they step on the court because tennis is not accessible for everybody. You don't need it for water or food or anything. It's not essential. And when people kind of get good or think they get good, they're like, deuces, I only pay $60. And they come back and see me in 2 months like, hey, I need a picture of my forehand. I messed it up. But it's very long hours. It's hard on your body. The shelf life of tennis is I'm not gonna say short, but if you have to really enjoy it, you really have to love it at the end of the day. I do it for the people. So when I might have not a down day or like, dang, do I really want to be out here? And I can see that customer come up and say, boom. Love it very much. And sometimes they're just there just to they're therapeutic. They just need to take a deep breath, hit some couple balls, and they're talking to me. Sometimes we hit maybe 50, 100 balls, but we're talking 30 minutes of it, but they said this was the best lesson ever. I'm like, we just talked. It's what I needed today. But it's an enjoyable work. I'm not just a tennis coach, I'm a coach, and it's kind of life.
Oh, that's awesome. See, yeah, like sometimes, you're not feeling it. Their energy like feeds into you.
Yeah.
So that helps. That definitely helps.
Yeah, you always have to have that smile, especially in this customer service world. Like I said, if you go to like a corporate job, you can be like, all right, like I'm calling sick. I ain't gonna do that. If I call sick now, but like clients like, no, I want my lesson. Where you at?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a little different.
So yeah, like even as a B2B owner myself, I do see the customer service side of it as well. There's this, thought of that you always have to be switched on.
Yep.
Like 24/7.
Always.
It does feel like long hours, especially like where I'm at right now. Like I don't have anyone like as an assistant or anything like that. Because that's why I asked you about the social media manager, because I was thinking, maybe it is time for an assistant, because like today I, got a text message saying, hey, can you come out tomorrow, for a roofing shoot. And I've followed up with like 3 clients earlier this morning, sent a proposal for a really big contract. Hopefully I land it.
You got it.
But it's like, it's a lot of stuff that's on my plate that's not even involved. It doesn't even involve like video or like photography like at all. It's like the business half of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what I spend most of my time doing instead of the fun half.
Yeah, and tennis is, I found the niche, I found the solution for tennis, and like you said, having a website, having where people can book on a credit card, you know where I'm at, you're not asking no questions, you don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to pick up the phone and say, hey, where's my tennis lesson? No, everything's just all automated, and that helped me very much. But like you said, it's 90% probably, it's 10% coaching. Yeah. 9% pretty much the business. Gotcha. I'm getting clients texting me and doing this, even social media, and like make sure, all right, we need to post this, talking to people. And I'm also big involved with the Dallas Tennis Association, the USTA, the USPTA, cool. Trying to talking to different type of coaches, and get more aspect of tennis everywhere in Dallas or even Texas or around the world. So I'm having these lunch meetings and trying to get like, all right, let me talk to this coach, because I love the game of tennis. I love talking to different coaches, watching them coach different drills. I'll go pop on a coach today, this morning. I did not know him. One of my clients, one of my good friends talked to me, said, hey, come out to Thorn Tree. Come see Coach Travis. Talk to me. Man, love it. I was with some 7-year-old ladies that's out there. My 4.5 or 5.0 player, I'm just out there hitting with them. Like, this is amazing. This is so great. And just learning what he says, like different things. So like you said, it's 90% that business is tough. Entrepreneur it's not for the weak of heart. Yeah. It's long hours, 12 hours, 18 hours. It's easier than to go be a corporate. It really is. They make it sound good on social media. I don't know. It's not rough, y'all. It's rough, boy. I'm just one person. I have my social media person who helps me a lot, a whole lot. But I have different ideas. And people always want to say, come do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. I'm like, y'all, I'm just one guy. I'm literally like one guy. I know you want a social here. I know you need to do this. Y'all, I got so much input coming into my brain right now, trying to just filter all that good stuff out. Exactly. I'm glad you brought up the point where, you like get around like different associations and different coaches, because like that's kind of the other side that, you don't see as far as business goes, like even for myself. Like I'm always going to like events and stuff like that, just like going outside of the house, connecting with people. I don't always like being there. Like it took like probably half a year, even probably 9 months to be like, man, I really don't want to be here, but I'm gonna go anyway. Yeah. And I still feel like that sometimes, but I feel like after doing it over and over and over again, it's much better. Yeah. It's more of a connection there. And the business, you can always figure like we might be competition. I'm not saying you, because we're two separate business, but if we had the same business model, or you're a black guy, I'm a black guy, I do photography, you do photography. What separates me and you? Exactly. And understanding like, all right, we do pretty much the same thing, but we can help each other because everybody can eat. Exactly. Everybody can eat it. It's just knowing that knowledge, like, hey man, I don't want to do the drone work today. So you come out and do the drone work, you can get $100, we can split it. Showing those type of people. So like yesterday, when you came out to the social, to the Bayou Fun Day, I had coaches from this place, from Samuel Grand, I have some from Key, some from this other place, and tell them, look, we all won, y'all. This is not me. I know I look like I'm booming and everything. I'm not. I want y'all to help these other people out because every coach can give somebody else something different than I can. I'm a motivator. I can give you the techniques. I can do this. This other coach might have to be better at serves or doing this. That's the best way you can kind of do it.
Any final words, any kind of shout outs that you wanted to make?
Oh, shout outs, yeah. Shout out to all the Dallas. Shout out to everybody in tennis. Shout out to Tatiana. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to our homeboy Joey. Shout out to all my people. Lido, Lexus, all my people around me, all my clients, everybody, my clients. If you step on a court with me, came to my social or to a class, you are my client. I thank y'all so much. I pray for y'all all the time. I appreciate every single one of y'all. So shout out to Dallas. We're gonna keep it rock and rolling.
All right, appreciate you, man.
I appreciate that.
Don't just take Jamel's word for it, though. I've also asked some of his clients, what do they think about his coaching?
I came to Coach Jamel with absolutely no tennis experience. I hadn't even stepped on a court before. It started as a group activity just with some girls that I met when I moved to Dallas. And it was my first time on the tennis court, and I had so much fun, a great experience. And after Coach Jamel kind of, prayed over the group and, asked us about, some of our, goals and what we wanted him to pray for us for. And I just really liked the energy. So I decided I was going to take some lessons on him, and I just have really beginning to love tennis. And even when I fall off, he doesn't mind re-coaching me from the beginning. Every single time I step out on the court, and then I get back in the groove, and he's like, all right, we got it. And it's just a great time. And I met some amazing people through tennis and through coming to his events and just fellowship. And it's been an awesome experience for me.
Started not knowing anything, even how to hit a ball. And now I can really rally. I've been playing for about 6 months now. And this has been an overall just wonderful experience. Very professional, very nice, very community oriented. Just love it.
I actually started with Coach Jamel through a different group called Black Girls Hangout, shout out. But I was just enjoyed the experience so much that I wanted to come back. So I try to do drills with him and then individual play, but it's been a great experience so far.
He's very hands-on, he's very attentive. He asks you, what do you want to work on today? And if it's I don't want to work on my serves. And he's like, well, no, you really need to work on, your forehand or your backhand. He makes sure that you're good. He prays for you before and after. That's really what got me, stuck with him is because, he makes sure that we're good. Inside the court and, off the court.
My experience with Coach Jamel, it's been amazing. He's always been willing to help me out whenever I don't know how to do something. And he's always there. He said, help out a problem. The experiences that I learned from it helps me out whenever I play in my games so I can win more.